Hello and welcome to today's video. So basically over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be setting up my 2023 reading journal. I have done a little bit of prep work. For instance, for the first page I've already got like the different pieces of paper cut out and like made, so I've done a little bit of prep work for this. But yeah, basically over the next couple of weeks I'm just going to slowly start making this and putting it together. I have really enjoyed using my 2022 reading journal and I definitely know that I want one for 2023. I thought I'd start doing it now so I don't feel any pressure to get it finished. It is still October as I'm starting to film this, so yeah, that is the basic plan. It is once again the Lestrum 1917. This is the like bullet journal and reading journal that I've always used for 3 years now. This will be my 4th year, so yeah, I'm really happy with this. I just went with this kind of bluey colour. I have got some stickers ordered to go on the front of like some of my favourite books from this year, but yeah, it's time to just get started with it. I'm just going to do everything as a time lapse. If over, you know, the next few pages, the next few minutes, the lighting and the colours change, that is just because I am not doing this all in one like I normally do my monthly setups, because setting up the yearly is such a big thing, you know. Like I've already penciled out over 30 pages, so yeah, it is quite a big task, so I'm just going to take it slow. So if the lighting changes, apologies, but like right now I'm filming at night, I'm guessing I'm going to film some in the day. It's just going to change unfortunately, but yeah, this is what I'm doing, so yeah, let's get started.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I had no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Okay, so I've eventually set up my 2023 reading journal, my reading bullet journal, whatever you want to call it. This is it now. I did stick some stickers on the front of it. I'm not sure if I recorded that bit or not, but I got a few stickers from like the books that I've really enjoyed this year and just stuck them on the front for next year. Pretty simple, pretty easy. They all came from Redbubble, and then I just used my label maker for 2023 reading Bujo. That is the basics of the front of it. Then opening it up, this just says Heather and has my contact information here for if it is ever lost. Then we have a blank page, a contents page, and then our first page. For this side, I just decided to set up kind of like a pretty title page, so I just put 2023 reading journal, stuck some stickers in. I think it looks alright. I think it's a good introduction to it. It's not really necessary, but I don't think I'd have ever used this page because it's not like properly a part of it, so I think it's decent. I think it's a decent way to use it. On to the first page, I've got the 2023 reading goals, and I've ended up listing out 9 goals here. And then I also did a bingo board this side with like some goals from this side, but also some little added extras in. Just try and gamify it a bit, just try and, you know, give myself something fun to do throughout the year. I like the idea of it. What I will probably do is when I complete one of these, I'll just pick a random sticker out my drawer. For instance, I'll just pick that one and just stick it over it. And yeah, that's the basic plan. I think it's turned out alright. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah. Then we have my bookshelves for the year. This does go over 2 pages, and I left the bottom row free just because obviously I don't really know how many books I'm going to read. I don't think it'd be more than 183. That seems like a hell of a lot of books, but you never know, and I don't really know what my reading plans are for next year, so yeah, I've just left the bottom row free. But those are all the books and they're all numbered. And this year I've decided to colour them in based on whether I read them physically, via audio, via ebook, or a mixture of them. So yeah, at the start of the year I'll pick some pens out and decide on the actual colours, and then throughout the year, you know, the first book I read, if I read it physically, I'll colour it in that way. If I then read an audio book, it'll be coloured in the next one, so on and so forth. You get the idea. So yeah, those are 2 pages there. Then we've got this anticipated releases page, and I'm happy with this. However, since making this, I've become aware of so many more anticipated releases. I am planning on doing like a proper anticipated releases video for 2023, and I think I'm now up to having like 15 on there, which, you know, would have been enough to have 2 pages, but just 1 page this year. Yeah, I don't know where to put the others that I'm anticipating, because I would like a way to keep track of it, but I guess it'll just be in the video because I'd already made this before becoming aware of others. Then on this side it is these books will self-destruct. So these are basically 12 books that I pick out and I have the year to either read them or unhaul them, and I just wanted a way to keep track of it. Last year I did pretty much this exact same thing, just with less decoration, and I think I used like a pink highlighter if I'd read it and a blue highlighter if I'd ended up unhauling it, and I'll probably do something very similar for this year. Then I've got a couple of pages that are the exact same, and these are my books purchased page, the book, and then the rest of this I've kind of changed for this year just because there's other things that I'd like to track. So it's the book, whether it's new or used, the price, the month I brought it in, and then whether I've read it or not. And that's like what I think I want to track. I think just the more and more years I do this, the more I'll learn what I'm actually interested in knowing and what I'm not. But I think for now this is really good, and this is like what's going to keep me interested. And I did 2 pages because honestly I'm just being realistic here. I'm probably going to buy a couple of pages worth of books, which, you know, a lot of the books I buy are used, which is why it is so many. I definitely couldn't afford to buy them all new, but yeah, I think this is a really cool way to keep track of them and to see how many of the books I buy in a year am I actually getting round to reading, because that's what I want to do. If I'm buying the books, I want to be trying to read them as quickly as possible. Then the next page is my Goodreads goal. I don't have the exact number for this yet. Basically my Goodreads goal, I set it for the amount of books that I read the previous year plus 1. So right now I've read 161 books, so 162, which is this square here that you can see, would be my goal, but we've still got just over 2 weeks of the month left, so yeah, probably gonna read a few more. Next up we have my check it out page and my video ideas page. Basically if I hear about a book or I see a book or anything to do with books, I want to check it out. I want to not necessarily buy it straight away, but I want to look more into it, find out more information. I think it's a book that I could enjoy. I'll just write it down in this page. This side, if I have a video idea that, you know, I'm not planning on doing straight away, but I want to think about it and look into it, I'll write it down on this page. It's as simple as that. And I'm also really happy with how these 2 pages have turned out. Like honestly, these 2 pages are probably my favourite pages. They've turned up so much better than I expected. Then the next page is the alphabet challenge. I like doing this. I think it's a lot of fun. Basically, if I read a book beginning with A, I'd write it in here. Book beginning with B, write it in here, so on. You try and fill them all in. As I said, we've still got 2 weeks left to 2022, but so far in 2022 I've got 1 letter left. I've just got V to do, so I'm potentially going to attempt to do that before the end of the year. I just really don't know how, but yeah, it's something that I think is cool. It's, you know, you don't really think about it until it gets to the end of the year and you want to see how many you've managed to do. And yeah, for me I've just got V left to find. Readathon's happening. So basically when a readathon is announced on YouTube or Instagram, I write it down, I write down the dates. Am I going to take part in it? This is basically because sometimes I might like want to write it down so I know about it if they're released a lot in advance, but I don't know if I'm taking part. And then if I did take part in it, did I complete it? And then on this half of the page I've got a special part for the buzzword reading challenge. This is by Books and Lala, and yeah, it happens every year. Basically every month you've got a prompt to fulfill, and I've already had a look through the books that I've got and I've printed them out the correct size, and they're in this little like envelope here. So when, you know, hopefully in January I'm going to read Death of a Naturalist for the life and death prompt, and then I'll be able to stick it in there. That is the plan, and I'm again quite happy with how these 2 pages have turned out. I think they look pretty decent. I think this is the only page I didn't do on camera because when I was doing this page the prompts hadn't been announced for this year yet, so I've gone back and done it at a later point. Then unhaul books. I don't want to keep books I'm no longer interested in. I would like to maybe fill up both of these pages. I think it's a good thing to aim for. And I am planning on doing quite a big unhaul at the start of the year where I properly go through all of my read books for the first time ever. I've never unhauled a read book since we moved into this house over 2 years ago. So it's time to go through them. Some of them I didn't enjoy and no longer bring me joy, so I will get rid of them. But yeah, this is just to keep a track of it. The book that I'm unhauling, the date I'm unhauling it, and how. So this will probably be like friends, family, charity shop, book exchange. I feel like that's the only ways, so yeah, that'll be one of those. Then a 2023 overview. So basically at the end of the month I'll write down in here how many books I've read, how many pages I've read, how many I read physical, audio, ebook and mixed, and I've just got that set out for all the months. I just think it's nice to look over. Do I need this page? No. Do I enjoy having it? Yes. And again, another page I'm really happy with. I'm really quite impressed with how this has turned out this year, like compared to last year. Like last year was my first year having a proper reading journal that I was committing to for the whole year, and I feel like I've learned a lot, and yeah, it's come a long way. Then we have a series tracker. So this is going to be over 2 pages because my one from this year in my reading journal for 2022 is like to about here. So, you know, it's only got space for 6 or 7 more new series, which I'm going to start more than that in a year. So far, I've only got the ones that I've completed, because if I complete series before the end of the year, I'd rather those ones be at the start and then kind of do it so the series I've got the least to catch up on to the most. So that is how I'm planning on getting it set up. But I will literally probably do that on like the 1st of January when I know exactly what I've finished in 2022 and what I haven't managed to. And yeah, that'll go onto this page as well because I just need the space. Then we have a 5-star predictions page, but this is like 5-star predictions that I already own. Going through my bookshelves, what do I want to read, what do I want to prioritise, what do I think could be a 5-star for me. Often throughout a year I'll be thinking about it and I will know that like I need a 5-star. I've had a crap reading week, a crap reading month. I think this is a good way to remember, like I could pick up one of these and hopefully potentially get a 5-star read. So yeah, that's what this page is. And I'll probably underneath them, once I've read them, I'll probably do like the actual amount of stars I ended up giving it. And then last but not least is the January page. This is my, basically I'll do one of these pages every month. At the end of the month I will stick all the books in as pictures that I've read and then do a statistics page, but obviously for right now this is all I need to do. So January, books read, pages read, my official TBR, so I'll write that out here. And then this is a like calendar view of January, so Monday here, Sunday here, and at the start of the month I'll come up with a key and select a colour for physical, audio, ebook and mixed. And however I end up reading on the 1st, I will colour it in that colour, so on and so forth. If I don't read one of the days, I just leave it blank. I don't really need a key for that. Like, yeah, I know every month if it's blank, I haven't read that day. So yeah, that is my 2023 reading journal setup. I do hope you've enjoyed. I know the camera angle has changed quite a bit throughout this video and it hasn't been too consistent. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I've had a really good time and I'm really happy and excited to start reading this. So yeah, do give the video a like if you liked it, subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.